The pentatonic scale is one of the most widely used and versatile scales in music. From blues and rock to jazz, folk, and traditional music from various cultures, the pentatonic scale serves as a foundational tool for musicians across genres. Despite its simplicity, the pentatonic scale offers a rich palette of sounds that can be used in composition, improvisation, and even in creating melodies. What is the pentatonic scale? The word pentatonic comes from the Greek words penta, meaning 5, and tonic, meaning tones or notes. As the name suggests, the pentatonic scale is a musical scale with 5 notes per octave, in contrast to the more common heptatonic, 7-note, scales, such as the major and minor scales. There are 2 main types of pentatonic scales. 1. Major pentatonic scale. 2. Minor pentatonic scale. The major pentatonic scale structure in intervals. The major pentatonic scale is derived from the major scale by omitting the 4th and 7th degrees. This gives it a 5-note structure. 1.
C major pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A, C.
2. Intervals, whole step, minor third, whole step, minor third. Sound and characteristics. The major pentatonic scale has a bright, uplifting, and open sound. Because it avoids the half steps found in the major scale, between the 3rd and 4th, and 7th and 8th notes, it lacks the tension that those intervals create. This makes it particularly useful for creating melodies that are pleasing and easy to remember. Common uses. 1. Melodies. The major pentatonic scale is often used in melodies in various genres, including pop, folk, and country music. 2. Soloing. Guitarists and other instrumentalists frequently use the major pentatonic scale for soloing, particularly in rock and blues. 3. Cultural music. The major pentatonic scale is prevalent in traditional music from cultures around the world, such as in Chinese, African, and Celtic music. The minor pentatonic scale structure in intervals. The minor pentatonic scale is derived from the natural minor scale by omitting the 2nd and 6th degrees. This gives it a 5-note structure. 1.
A minor pentatonic scale, A, C, D, E, G, A.
2. Intervals, minor third, whole step, minor third, whole step. Sound and characteristics. The minor pentatonic scale has a darker, more soulful sound compared to the major pentatonic scale. It's often associated with blues, rock, and jazz due to its ability to convey emotion and depth. The absence of the half steps in the scale also contributes to its smooth, flowing nature. Common uses. 1. Blues and rock solos. The minor pentatonic scale is a staple in blues and rock music, particularly for improvisation and solos. 1. Its notes naturally fit over a wide range of chord progressions. 2. Jazz improvisation. Jazz musicians frequently use the minor pentatonic scale in their improvisations, often mixing it with other scales to create complex and expressive solos. 3. Folk and traditional music. Like the major pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic scale appears in various forms of traditional music across the world. The relationship between major and minor pentatonic scales. One interesting feature of the pentatonic scales is their relative relationship. Every major pentatonic scale has a corresponding relative minor pentatonic scale that shares the same notes but starts on a different root note. 1.
Example, the C major pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A, shares the same notes as the A minor pentatonic scale, A, C, D, E, G. 1. The difference lies in the starting note and the context in which they are used. Pentatonic scale variations. Apart from the standard major and minor pentatonic scales, there are several variations and extended forms. 1. Blues scale. 1. Structure. The blues scale is essentially a minor pentatonic scale with an added flattened fifth, also known as the blue note. 2. Example, a blues scale, A, C, D, E, B, E, G, A.
3. Use. The blues scale is iconic in blues music but is also used extensively in rock, jazz, and other genres. 2. Minor pentatonic with added notes. 1. Example, the minor pentatonic scale can be expanded by adding additional notes, such as the 9th or the major 6th, to create more complex sounds. 2. Use. These variations are often used in jazz and fusion music to add more color to solos. 3. Hexatonic and heptatonic variations. 1. Hexatonic scale, a 6-note scale that can be created by adding an additional note to the pentatonic scale. 2. Heptatonic scale, a 7-note scale that adds 2 notes to the pentatonic scale, often creating a hybrid scale between pentatonic and diatonic. How to use the pentatonic scale in music. 1. Soloing and improvisation. The pentatonic scale is a go-to scale for improvisation, especially for beginners. Its simplicity and lack of dissonant intervals make it easy to create melodies that fit well over various chord progressions. 1. Over major chords, use the major pentatonic scale. 1. For example, over a C major chord progression, use the C major pentatonic scale. 2. Over minor chords, use the minor pentatonic scale. 2. For example, over an A minor chord progression, use the A minor pentatonic scale. 2. Composition. In composition, the pentatonic scale can be used to create memorable and catchy melodies. Since the scale is easy to sing and play, it's ideal for creating hooks in pop, rock, and other genres. 1. Melodic hooks. The pentatonic scale's notes naturally form strong melodic hooks, which can be the backbone of a song. 2. Harmonizing. The pentatonic scale can be used to harmonize melodies or to create harmonic support in a piece of music. 3. Cultural and traditional music. The pentatonic scale is deeply embedded in the music of various cultures, making it an excellent tool for creating music that resonates with specific cultural or traditional sounds. 1. Folk music. Use the pentatonic scale to compose or improvise in folk music styles. 2. World music. The pentatonic scale is essential in the music of many non-Western cultures, such as Chinese, African, and Native American music. Tips for practicing the pentatonic scale. 1. Practice in different keys. While it's common to start with the C major or A minor pentatonic scales, it's important to practice the pentatonic scale in various keys to gain fluency across the fretboard or keyboard. 2. Learn the patterns. For guitarists, the pentatonic scale is often learned in different positions or boxes along the fretboard. 2. Familiarize yourself with these patterns to move seamlessly across the neck. 3. Experiment with rhythm. Don't just play the notes in sequence, experiment with different rhythms and note lengths to make your improvisation more interesting. 4. Mix with other scales. Once you're comfortable with the pentatonic scale, try mixing it with other scales, such as the blues scale or major/minor scales, to add complexity to your playing. Conclusion. The pentatonic scale, despite its simplicity, is an incredibly powerful tool in the hands of a musician. Its versatility, ease of use, and broad applicability across genres make it a cornerstone of musical education and practice. Whether you're a beginner learning your first scale or a seasoned musician looking to refine your improvisation skills, the pentatonic scale offers endless possibilities for creativity and expression.